let's make lemonade. Let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go, 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 go.
Six.
It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Welcome to the last day of June. This is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. And if you're in the market for a new job and a new car, Willis Automotive is hiring sales and leasing consultants all across their brands. At Willis, you have a unique opportunity to cross-sell across a wide lineup. If you're looking to grow your career, work with multiple brands, this is your chance. Start your new career at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watch it on YouTube this morning. Good to see you. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. That's a whole different community where you'll make a lot of new friends. You can call the show at 515-517-2303. And, of course, follow us on social media. Last day of June, Ross Peterson.
Dude, you said that. That doesn't even... Man, days are long, years are fast. This is wild. End of June already, and it is swamp ass season, dude. You walk outside, even right now. I went to go take the dog out this morning. You open the door, and it is the humidity smacks you in the face.
It's like boom. It's like a sucker punch. It came in. It's like, oh. Now, to help with that, Josh from Priority One is going to be joining us about 6:30, right?
Oh, cool.
Because
okay, nice.
At the end of the day, you don't know you have a problem until it happens, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that, your air conditioners right now are just working overtime. They're like, vroom, vroom, vroom. So Josh is going to jump on with us for a little bit and just talk about, hey, if you have a problem, how to call him and maybe some preventative stuff. Like mine, I'm set up on like one of those digital things. So like 5 o'clock, yesterday, like 3, hey, during peak energy times, we're going to raise the temperature of your house. Like so it's not, so instead of like at 68 or 70, wherever at they go, hey, we're going to knock it up to 72 to consume less energy and not run your air conditioner.
Who's we? What do you mean? What do you mean we?
Well, the Google Home thing, AI just talks to me now. It just says, hey, we're going...
Seriously?
Yeah.
The AI decided that the temperature in your house needed to go up.
Yeah. It's like it's peak energy time. It's now time we're going to raise the temperature of your house to 72 to conserve energy.
Okay.
Goblins inside my house just monitoring the energy consumption at all times.
I mean, that's kind of cool. But I also don't like that. I mean, I think there's a lot of fascinating stuff that happened there. The way that you incorporated yourself into a decision that you had nothing to do with is awesome.
I can override said decision on the phone. It says, if you don't want to do this, but I'm like, I'll do it. I'll save the planet.
Excuse me if I see if my cape still fits.
Yeah. Because the mayor of Paris, France, or associate mayor just went off on like Americans because they're complaining over in Paris that nobody has air conditioning over there. It was 104 in Paris the other day, and like influencers and stuff are complaining there's no air conditioning here. They're like, air conditioning's the problem. The planet's where it's at. Okay, we still like our air conditioning. We like air conditioning.
Do you know? I don't have my. I don't have my Mac in front of me again today. Something's going on with my Mac. I'm having a hard time taking a charge or something.
How about this? It might be time for a new
one.
Shut
up. How about you shut up? How about you just shut up? Maybe shut up.
I'm inundated with like online ads for govauctions.com. You can get a MacBook for like $499 if you do it just right. I'm like, right.
Govauctions.com.
It just pops up and I'm like, yeah, you can do like government surplus or retail surplus where you can get great deals. I got a Traeger grill for $49.99. Right.
I heard more people in Europe die from the summer than Americans that die from gunshots.
Because of the heat and stuff?
That's the
like
heat.
48 people drowned the other day because they were just trying to get into a pool. They were doing anything they could to keep cool, and they drowned. You know how you prevent that? Air conditioning.
Learn to swim. No,
Learn to swim. Central air is a beautiful thing. One of the greatest inventions of all time is air conditioning.
We're so lucky. Warm shower and air conditioning?
Yeah.
Dude, the air conditioning hits so different on days like when it's 90, when the humidity is like this, right?
Yeah.
When you are outside and it's just, stings you. You walk out, you're like, this is gross. Muddle my way to the car. That air conditioner starts to hit you. Thousands of years, man. Thousands of years. People didn't experience that.
Do you remember it all growing up not having air conditioning? I do. I remember when we got it installed in the house.
What year?
I think it was probably like 79 or 80.
God, you were rich. It didn't matter what year you said. I had that loaded up. I'm sorry. I had it loaded up. 1 year. So
I would have said 72, and then
like,
you
oh,
really
yeah,
rich.
really.
I should have went to like 89. You're like,
you
oh man,
said 94. I'd have been like, you were so rich. You were so rich. The year that the tornado destroyed our house. Tornado hit the house May 6th, May 7th, 83. And it totally destroyed our house. And then we had to move across town to this little house by the water tower in Pleasant Hill. And it didn't have air conditioning, but it was right up the street from Smith's Super Shoot.
What's that?
The water shoot.
Oh, okay.
The water slide place. At the time, if I remember, it only had like 3 slides. I mean, Adventureland, this is the 1983. So there weren't a lot of water parks, but there was Smith's Super Shoot.
You're like, you're going to Smith's. What are we doing today? We're going to Smith's.
Going to Smith's Super Shoot. That turned into Whitewater University. You remember that when you were at Grandview?
Yeah.
They put a wave pool in. Now that is a Arby's, Burger King, and a Fairway.
Is the Burger King still open?
Used to be
over here. Like 90% of the Burger Kings have closed over here.
Burger King a far superior experience to McDonald's.
It's funny that you say that. Burger King, you know, when I said Jersey Mike's got the customer service thing, Burger King was like in the top 10. McDonald's was like dead last.
Burger King's great. Burger King's far superior to McDonald's. Blows it out of the water. Food, service, cleanliness.
There is something about a flame broiled burger. I don't disagree.
It's a good burger, first of all, but you actually talk to a human, which is kind of nice. You feel like it's not, doesn't feel industrial.
We are not going to ignore the elephant in the room, and that is Trent Condon. Yesterday, Trent Condon was relieved of duty at KXNO. Not that he was actually an employee at KXNO. He purchased his time, and they hosed him on that too. But Ross, their excuse was he said something too controversial when everybody was laid off. So on a Tuesday, they fire everybody on the station with the exception of Trent because he's bartering his time, right? I mean, that deal's been in place for a long time. He comes on Wednesday and talks about it. Nothing outlandish, just you can't ignore what happened. If you gloss over it, then it's just totally, you're like, what are you doing? It's disingenuous. And they said that was too controversial. I remember, and if you want to sue, I don't know if you have a case, but go back to when you were fired in November of 2024. The next day I got on the air, which was a Monday, I went ballistic. I said a lot of controversial things. That's
a really good point.
I was absolutely went ballistic on iHeart. And then when Justin was let go, the following week or 2 weeks later?
That Friday.
I went ballistic again. I ripped the place, and I never got in trouble. They never removed me from the air. Trent Condon was tame compared to what I did. I'm not making this about me, but I just want to do the comparison of, hey, when it happened to you and Justin, I was an absolute jerk to iHeart.
Here's the thing. Here's the weird thing. Trent actually had a contract. You didn't.
Yes.
Maybe that's
I
part
had
of it.
zero contract.
I don't know.
They could have said, hey, you're done. You get no severance. I probably wouldn't have taken the severance anyway because you got to sign away you can't say anything bad. So 25 years in, I think it's official to say that KXNO is officially dead. There is no full-time, day-to-day local programming on a sports station that at one time made a difference. Not made a difference maybe with sports, but with the personalities that connected the community. And
Travis,
the sad thing...
At one time, we had 3 sports stations in Des Moines. And now it's dead. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The sad thing is... I'm sorry. You were getting ready to finish your point.
No. Go ahead. I was going to listen to you.
I have a lot of... I should... This is sad.
It's big time sad.
Yesterday, what a shitty thing for iHeart to do. I mean, you know, what's the old line? What a man does in the end is what he intended to do all along. Meaning, did iHeart, were they just looking for an out? Was it a matter of time before they got rid of Trent as well? Because they just want to go to national programming. They just want to go to it being Fox News, Fox Sports, or whatever network programming they decide to throw at us or people in this community. I won't be listening.
You know, you do a big push, and iHeart was part of this of don't let AM radio go away. Save AM radio.
Well, you know, maybe like not to put the cart in front of the horse here. How does the bread get buttered down at that building?
WHO.
WHO. What is WHO's stick?
It's an AM stick.
It's an AM 1040 Heritage Clear Channel. Before that was a state, before that was a company, that meant something in the broadcasting world. And WHO is a clear channel station on a 50,000 watt, largest legal limit. They're going to shut down AM radio. They take AM radios out of new cars. It doesn't shut down AM radio. They're phasing it out. And if you are sitting there owning it and your bread's getting buttered by having a radio station that reaches all over the state of Iowa, doing farm broadcasting, well, they've got another one in the building that's 100.3. Right now, everybody calls that the bus. But if you remember long enough, the bus started as 106.3. They moved the bus to 100.3 to make room for us on the FM side of the dial after the 2020 debacle. They were like, oh, shit, we can make money on this thing. People actually listen to this, care about it. They had no idea. And then... So now you're in this position where you've got to do something with WHO. So maybe the plan is that you put WHO over on that 100.3 stick. And that's 100,000 watt legal limit, goes statewide, blah, blah, blah. I'm just throwing spit
I don't
against the wall.
disagree with you.
And that's again, what cart in front of the horse for this conversation. I apologize for that because
No, I think it's good inside stuff.
we talked about Trent a little bit last week when everybody got fired. And we just kind of said, because somebody said in the chat, how come Trent didn't get fired? Well, Trent and Ken were in a little bit of a different situation. When Ken was coming back to the station, Ken didn't want to play by the rules and didn't want to do all that. So he said, hey, what if I just buy the time? What if I own kind of like a Jim Rome or Rush Limbaugh or one of those really big shows? I think Dan Patrick's this way too, right? Dan Patrick's not on a network. He owns it.
He owns it, and he's part of a syndicated deal. I mean, there's ways
Ken
to make
was
money.
like that. Ken was like that. Ken owned his time. Ken and Trent. They owned their time. Then they were able to sell it, and then KXNO could sell some of the time as well. So KXNO could kind of double dip. I think the way I understood it.
Oh, they double dipped quite a bit.
We can get into that. Travis, I don't know, man. My emotions are all over the place with it. My reactions to it are all over the place because you know this, and I think most people that are listening to this know this, man. That place was my life. I loved that place. I loved WHO. I loved KXNO. All the people I got to meet, all the incredible opportunities it gave me. And it was so sad to watch the decisions that were made there, the corporate greed, squeeze the soul out of that place. Chris and I used to sit there every afternoon and talk about it. This is why Everywhere exists. Chris and I would sit there every afternoon and go, man, this ain't the way it's supposed to be. I think our ADs thing was a great example of it the other day. We never would have been able to do the hour with the ADs on the old radio station. It never would have come together. Look at our Fat and Fit games, which is an easy one. We had everybody on board that we needed to have on board in the first 24 hours of that idea coming to but you know what? People couldn't make money. How are we going to make money on this deal? Because if we can't make money on it, what are we really doing? We're doing something for our listeners. You want to do a fun event? Step aside and let the adults in the room make money. That was how it was like that all the time. My hair was so messy because I was constantly getting it tasseled. Oh, that's a cute idea, Ross. That's cute. That's cute. Now get out of here so we can figure out how to make money on your idea. The four ADs would have never happened. You would have said, hey, I'm working on getting these four ADs together. And the sales team would have said, we got to make money on this. We got to brand this thing. It's got to be the 4 ADs conversation brought to you by.
And, Irish Hawkeye asked this, Ross, Travis, how much does removing all the local shows affect the sales team? I was talking to somebody yesterday. Rough numbers. KXNO was billing about $150,000 a month. That's just a guesstimate, right? You could, so at $150,000 a month, you cut all expenses from people to benefits. You could cut that by 1/4. And the station's probably still doing better. But it's one of those things where you're like, doesn't matter. There's no connection. Yesterday, WHO, I was such a dick yesterday. I was in a mood. And WHO, one of their news people, because they don't fire any of those news people, a worthless news department that does news. I mean the department. I'm not saying the people are worthless. I'm saying the department itself. It's not a news department.
I can't disagree with that. They are repeaters, not reporters.
Yes. And they're the humans doing news at other markets as well, right? Well, one of them gets on the online on Facebook and says, "Here's the stories I didn't read on the air," and she does her stories. And I said, "Did you report on Trent Condon getting fired? Because that's a pretty big story." And it went unnoticed, but I was in a mood yesterday.
This is an important part of this, man. Like, hate the game, not the player.
Yes.
I know those people. I know some of the people in the WHO newsroom right now. They're wonderful people. They're super hard workers. They got into it because they wanted to do that. They wanted to make a difference. And then you get there and your job is, all right, sit here in this cubicle. I want to be out in the community. I want to be finding stories. I want to be telling people about what's happening in our community. Yeah, here's how we do this. You sit here. Because we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of recordings to get done to send out to. We are a hub. We got to get a bunch of content out to people. And we'll get the news to you. So again, I don't hate the people. I don't hate the salespeople. A lot of them, I don't get along with a lot of them. They don't. And I've said this too many times. I was there so long. They saw me on my best days. They saw me on my worst days. You get tired of people. This is the dirty little secret about the radio station, is that the sales team does control everything. It's not about what numbers you have on the ratings. You can have all the people in town listening to you. If the sales team can't sell you, and by can't sell you, if they don't want to sell you, they won't sell you.
Well, I'm the perfect example of that. How many times did you hear, well, he's in Omaha, we can't sell it?
Right.
It's like the show does quite well. I don't think anybody cares that I'm sitting in Omaha, Nebraska doing a show with Ross Peterson in Des Moines, Iowa. It's about entertaining and doing fun stuff. Speaking of fun stuff, if you want to protest, we have a couple different ways to do that. Let's take that away and throw this in. Hold on. There we go. If you want to buy an iHeartRadio or iHeart Sucks T-shirt,
didn't you tell me right before the thing? Hey, I want to make sure we don't get sued. Didn't you say something like that?
Yeah, that's why I didn't use their logo. Didn't use their logo at all. So iHeart Sucks is a shirt you can buy at our merch store.
That could mean eyelash sucks. Now that I look at it, it could mean iris sucks.
And I forgot some names here. I threw this together quick, and I know I've upset Justin because he didn't make the list, but I just started going through. But if you want to do when Central Iowa Sports Radio was great, you got Keith.
Why didn't
Andy,
you put
Andrew.
Justin on there?
I forgot. I sent you the list. Said, hey, who am I forgetting? And I never heard back from you.
I replied to you and told you, don't forget Justin.
I even included Marty.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Those are for sale on our merch store. There's a QR code if you're watching on YouTube.
I think your expression of your emotion is probably better than mine, Travis. I've typed up something about 4 or 5 times and never been able to hit post on it and can't quite get through what I want to say or how I want to say it, or my emotions are really kind of all over the place, man. This has sucked the last week because of just remembering all of it. I mean, seeing your friends go through it.
It's like PTSD.
It is a little bit. It is a little bit. Yeah. But watching the station fall apart and just collapse altogether. And it's the other thing, man. There's a little bit of like a Titanic feeling. Like, oh, yeah, with this for 10 years. Man, I remember like early 2000s when Bain Capital bought the place. That was when the smartest guys in the room went, checkmate. We're toast. Now they start consolidating. When people die, because I was there long enough, I had coworkers die, we don't replace them. Those jobs get absorbed into other people's offices.
515-517-2303. Another guy left off the list. Corey in Omaha. What's going on, Corey?
Well, dude, if you'd have started putting all of our producers in there,
I know.
You'd need the back of the shirt too.
Travis, you took my opening line, damn it. I was going to be, hey, speaking of former producers that you miss off the T-shirt, I feel like my 9 months are very instrumental. I made, I think it was, who was it, Ross? Was it Willie Farrell that got really mad over the Italian grocery store commercial you had me cut all those years ago?
No, Willie didn't care about it. Willie, but that did lead to Willie.
Yes.
That did lead to Willie actually doing some commercials for us. Because I had
in hindsight, that was before. I think I was very blessed. I think that was pre-cancellations.
Oh,
had I done that maybe a couple years later.
Corey, we did so much worse stuff than that, I got to tell you. But yeah, I do remember having you do the Italian accent.
It's like, hey, who can I get to do an insanely racist Italian accent? How about this kid where this is his lifelong dream? He'll do anything I ask him to do.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay. So I got a couple thoughts about the KXNO stuff, obviously.
Okay, you got about a minute and a half, just to let you know, because we got Josh waiting from Priority One.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh darn it. Okay.
Take a break.
Well, quick story. Before I started working with you guys, somehow, some way, I actually won tickets from Marty's radio show to the Iowa State game in 2012. And by God, the tickets were there. I picked them up. We got them. And then I then flipped over to TNT in the morning for the penalty box. and some guy called in and bitched because I told Marty that, hey, I can't go to that football game. I'm going to gift them to my friend. So just I don't think that's a story I've ever told you guys, but yeah, for all the stories of Marty, was he really that bad of a guy? I mean, he came through for me. He gave tickets to me.
There you go. That's how a lot of people do it, Corey. I mean, I've heard these other stories, but man, he got me tickets.
Got me tickets.
Yep. But anyhow, I mean, you've said anything that I could have said. Disappointing. I mean, if you asked me a while back, my dream was always come back to Iowa and possibly host a show on KXNO. That was my pie in the sky thing. That hey, in hindsight, I'm glad that never came through for me. God had other plans for me, but yeah, heart goes out to
Corey,
all those guys, and then Heather.
You got to experience that. That was, I mean, when I reached out to each one of them, part of what my message to each one of them was, and I don't know Alex. I haven't had a chance to reach out to Alec. Yeah, he's the one guy whose number I don't have. But like for Connor and Tyler Allen specifically in this situation, but even with like Lucas, who got a taste of it for these last couple of years, you know, you got to experience it. You were there for 6-9 months, whatever it was. Man, it was fun. We had so much fun. We would wake up in the morning and
we did
laugh ourselves into tears before 6 a.m. sometimes. And that we were so blessed to be able to do that, man. I'm glad that you were a part of it, Corey. I'm glad that we all got to.
And I was blessed. I was blessed to get behind the mic in Omaha for several years too. And I can't complain. It's just, you know, my family grew quicker than my radio career did. And in hindsight, that was probably a blessing.
Corey, your 90 seconds is up. We got to go.
God bless. All right. See you later, guys.
Yeah, Corey.
Yeah.
Man's in the middle of talking about his family and his life and his blessings.
And you cut him off. I was letting him go.
All right, we're playing you off, buddy. I'm sorry about that. Playing you off. It's time to go. The 35th annual.
Well, because Josh is sitting there. You've been waiting there for 15 minutes. He got on early. I like guys that come in early.
I don't see the back room. I just scrolled down. Hi, Josh. Hi. Sorry.
We're going to see Josh when we come back. We're going to talk about your air conditioner, how hot it is outside. Hey, if you're not feeling right, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. Because at UCI, you will get personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience, and judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at Iowa. URO.com. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search the Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
When I'm meeting a new patient, I want them to feel comfortable knowing that odds are I've seen something like this before.
From the moment a patient steps into the room to the moment the patient leaves the office, I think they're going to get a great experience.
I think it feels good coming in and feeling like it's a community here and you get to be a part of that community and get to be taken care of by that community.
My goal is when they walk out of there to know that I'm fighting for them, I'm pulling for them.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com. Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat, Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I am Roman Lehman, Service Advisor at Willis Nissan. For the 2026 summer season, we will be offering 15% off all fuel system services. Over time, carbon builds up inside your engine, and these services clean out all carbon deposits for better engine performance. Don't let carbon deposits get in the way of your summer plans. Visit willisnissan.com to book your service today.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
I hope you're stretched, hydrated, and prepared for more nonsense, because The Rush with Travis and Ross, presented by Willis Automotive, is back now.
Gary Presnell is a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank, financing residential homes the past 25 years. We tell you that because when you're in the market for a new home, you need that pre-approval letter, you need to get that loan, and Gary's the man you want to get the loan from. He offers a wide variety of loans, can get you pre-approved in 30 minutes or less, and happen after hours or even on the weekends. He's been the state of Iowa's top-producing mortgage banker the last 8 years. Give him a call at 515-975-6767. It's hot outside. I mean, it's really hot outside. And when that happens, your air conditioning goes on like triple time. And there's no better expert to bring in than Josh from Priority One. Josh, good morning. You're probably ready to get out the door and do service calls, but you're taking the time.
About taking time earlier.
No, it's all good. It's early. Usually I don't try to get into anybody's house until about 8 o'clock. Nobody wants to wake up early either. So
now, legit, you're not getting 24-hour emergency calls in the middle of the night with people saying, man, the air conditioner shut off?
The middle of the night, no. It's normally about the time when you think you're going home. It's around 4 o'clock when everybody starts coming home from work that they realize that their air conditioner isn't working. And then when you think you're going home, then you're going out and doing more calls.
Do they traditionally fail while they're working, like end of day like that, or air conditioners a little bit more prone to fail? Like I'm always afraid when I fire it up for the first time because I wait a long time. It's already 90 degrees, and I go to fire that thing up, and I think, oh, what if it doesn't kick on this year? Because I'm in need of a new entire HVAC system.
Yeah. Normally, it's the issue will happen, at the beginning of the year because it probably failed sometime in the middle of winter. So first startup, it's going to be a high chance if you're getting older that it might happen then. Otherwise, it's going to happen when it's hot like this. If maintenance hasn't been done, those ACs start getting really hot because they're covered in, usually it's cotton wood, all over on that outdoor condenser. They start overheating, and usually it ends up making something fail inside there, some component.
I'm lucky enough. I don't have many cottonwoods in my neighborhood, but I do have my unit's on the south side of my house. It sits in the sun all day. If it's sun baked like that, is that bad for the unit?
Well, and that Tyler asked, goes, does
sorry.
full sun on my air conditioner fuck it up?
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
I would say no, it does not fuck it up. But it is when it's hotter, it is running less efficiently. So full sun, it's going to be a lot hotter on that side of the house. Therefore, when it's 90 degrees like it is now, sitting in the sun, it's probably running more like up in the hundreds. So no, it doesn't mess it up, but it is going to make it run hotter than it would if it was in the shade.
Okay, all right. Why don't Trav? What about like little canopies for your air conditioner?
I see those.
Geez, really? I was just thinking that's a great idea.
They build them down south in like Arizona and stuff like that because the sun does destroy them down there. And there's a huge difference in efficiency if it's sitting in the sun compared to in the shade. So they'll actually build them right off the side of their house.
Yeah.
Just a little sunshade for it.
Do you get more calls in the summer for stuff like this or the winter when it gets really cold and the furnace is running on overdrive?
ACs have a lot more components to them. So AC season runs from the moment it turns 70 degrees outside to the moment people shut them off. I mean, it runs all summer long. Whereas furnaces are, don't get me wrong, ACs are seasonal. When it's 90 degrees, we're going to be out running. But with furnaces, I feel like the first time you turn it on, normally a week or two in, it gets busy again, and then it'll happen right when we start hitting 0 degrees.
Yeah.
For some reason, ACs are just constant all summer long.
You mentioned earlier that if like the maintenance part of an air conditioner, and for 95% of homeowners, the thing just sits outside there and it works until it
does its job. It's magic.
Yeah. What are the things that people should be doing? I mean, obviously, changing your filter is something every month that people should be doing. What are the other things that are maintenance that you find that people just neglect?
Cleaning the outdoor condenser. I've seen newer systems 4 years old that never got cleaned, that's having failing components before.
Wow.
So most people are like, that's new. It's new. What do I got to do with it? I changed the filter. Well, that outdoor unit, again, usually it's cottonwoods, but there are other things that get sucked into it. When it's running, it's sucking up whatever's floating around in the air. And what ends up happening is it just turns into a big sweater on the outside of the air conditioner. And when we're 70 degrees, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
Once we hit the 90 and 100, then all of a sudden the inside of that thing starts roasting. It turns into an oven, and it just can't keep up. It ends up ruining all kinds of components inside of them. So
I have plants and bushes around my air conditioner.
Yep.
Now the problem with it is I have to go in and constantly weed that area to make sure I don't have stuff growing into the unit. But I never had thought, I've always thought it was a pain in the ass to have all that stuff there. I'm just realizing now as you're talking about this, that kind of serves as a little bit of a filter for me.
For some reason, if you have stuff too close to it, I don't know if there's not enough airflow by it or what it is, but it actually ends up causing more gunk to get into it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like it's always the side that's next to the house is always the dirtiest. People will I kind of stick their head over there, look at it and go, oh, it looks fine. If you look at the side that's up against the wall, up against the house, that side is almost completely packed every time. So, something to do with less airflow. I don't know if maybe no rain hits it because it's next to the house, but that side is always just packed full.
So if somebody has a problem, of course, you can go to callpriority1.com or 515-585-9067. I know you've added more technicians. What's the wait time right now? Can you get to people in a day?
If we can get there today, yep.
Nice.
Yep. We make sure, mostly like right now, there's zero chance I'm going to say, hey, I got to go home at 4:00. Sorry. We'll wait till tomorrow. No. We know that when it's this hot, we're running, we're going. So we'll be running till probably 7-8 o'clock tonight, depending on who's calling.
All right, this is a good one. I never heard of this. This comes from our buddy Ray Q, who, by the way, is fishing up at Ballard's right now. Ray, thanks for that photo you sent me yesterday. It was beautiful. He says, does the condenser cleaning foam you can buy at home improvement centers? Have you ever heard of this? Do you know anything about it?
I try not to use any cleaners on the outdoor condensers. A lot of manufacturers will say do not clean with anything other than water. I would say that if something was gross, really nasty, you could probably do it on occasion. But I haven't ran into many condensers, unless they're ancient, that just regular water with regular pressure can't clean it off. So I would think they're kind of gimmicky, but
okay, I like it.
I've always used water. The furnace and the air conditioner is something I think people put off. As long as it works, right? They say you should change your mattress every 7 to 10 years. How often should you change your air conditioner and your furnace?
The market says 13 to 15 years. Wow. I'm not a huge believer in that.
That's good to hear.
If the system runs for 20 years, let it run for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's usually after that 13 to 15 year range is when something major happens to it. You start looking at, does it make sense to put this money into it, or do we invest in a new one? That's kind of the, I'm not, if it's working, if I go out to somebody's house and it's working and it's 20 years old, I'm not going to say, hey, we need to replace this thing. I'll have a conversation and say, hey,
get ready.
Do you want this to break down in the middle of summer? Because some people, that gives them anxiety. They don't like the idea of this could happen. And so, but I never tell anybody they have to replace anything just because of age.
I am skating on thin ice. I am on talk about borrowed time. I'm not kidding you, John.
But from what I know about you, you would be okay if you had to go 2 or 3 days without air conditioning.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me a bit. I'd be okay. Right, exactly.
I'd be a whiny bitch. I would be a whiny bitch.
Yeah, some customers, you bring that up and they go, absolutely not. I'm not dealing with that. So, and just know your audience. That's what it is. That's what it
really
is.
good. That's really good. Yeah, that because I will wait for it to fail.
Related to cars. Do you keep a new car because you don't want to deal with breakdowns? Yes. Okay. You might be more in the line of, I want to replace this before it fails. If you have a 1980s beater, you're probably going to go ahead and run this air conditioner till it can't be fixed.
You pull up, they've got a 1999 Ford Ranger. We're just going to fix this air conditioner.
I got the duct tape on. I don't need the tool bag. I need the duct tape.
I never judge anybody like that, but I try to use car references because everybody gets it. So,
Deb wants to know heat pump versus traditional AC and furnace. What do you recommend?
So you can actually go dual fuel. We are in the area where that is available. So you can actually do a heat pump with backup gas heat, which we do quite a bit of them. Heat pumps are more beneficial in the South. They're very dependent on outdoor temperature, on efficiency. So the warmer that it is in our winter, so down south, their winter isn't super cold. Heat pumps work better because they're dependent on outdoor temperature. We still do a lot of them. Mostly in the country, or if you're all electric, because it's still way more efficient to run a heat pump rather than backup heat strips, because heat strips are expensive to run. Same thing in propane. Heat pumps will run off electricity, and a lot of people like the idea of not using their propane. So if I can say, hey, we can use probably one less tank of propane in the middle of winter, they get pretty excited about that. Yeah, we can heat for a good chunk of the season with air conditioning or with a heat pump, and they like that idea. With backup gas, not nearly as beneficial. Gas is fairly cheap to heat with, so the extra cost of switching an air conditioner to a heat pump doesn't always pan out. The benefit isn't always there with natural gas backup.
So I got a question. I think there's probably quite a few people in my similar situation, especially if they own an older home. Ross has been to my home. It's a pretty good size house, right, Ross? I mean, it's a good size house. I have one unit running the entire house, probably when you add it all together, 4,000 square feet. The upstairs, it's just not pushing up there.
Always hot.
It's always hot. So I probably need a second unit, correct? Would I have to reduct everything for that second unit? How does that work?
So usually on an older house, have you heard of a mini split before?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know how it works.
I guarantee you've seen them.
Yep. It's kind of a little white, I don't know, rectangle that goes on walls and it pushes out cold air or heat. If it's an older house with a second story, that is the most cost-effective way to add conditioning. You just don't need to add ductwork. You don't have to do any of that. Works out the best. Otherwise, the best thing to do with an existing system is to turn your fan on the thermostat. What that's going to do is as that fan's running through the house, it's going to pull the hot air off the ceiling of the second story. And then it's going to replace that with at least semi-conditioned air from your house. So usually you can drop, 2-3 degrees upstairs. It may not seem like a lot, but it'll feel a whole lot different upstairs.
How much does a mini split cost, roughly?
It really all depends on the efficiency and how much you need it to heat. The heating side of it's more expensive, but you're in the $5,000 to $8,000 range. Oh yeah, it's.
You want to talk about doing the duct work in your house? You want to talk about tearing out all the drywall in your living room? And
I'm just going to tell my kids. I'm just going to stick a window air conditioner upstairs for the kids. I'm like,
which is really the most cost-effective way to do it.
Option 3, it's not. Yeah, it's the most cost-effective. It's the ugly. I mean, this is the way life works, man. There's a trade-off. Wow. You're going to keep one room cool with a with a window unit, right? So now, Travis, at my house, that system works because my upstairs is essentially one big room.
Yeah.
So that's a really easy solution for me. Cost effective. I can have the thing sitting in the corner and it's fine. But for you've got the Home Alone house. You've got huge bedrooms up there and bathrooms up there and stuff. I think that.
Yeah, if the fan isn't running on continuous on your system, I would keep it on.
But I'll be honest, Trav, when I've been at your house, I've never felt that way. Upstairs has never felt uncomfortable.
Because you've never been here when it's hot as hell.
That's true. That's a good point.
Heating, it's not a problem. It's the cooling.
Oh, no,
yeah, it's the cooling that gets to be the problem. All right, Josh, I know you're going to be getting out the door here shortly. Thanks for joining us. Good information. And if you have a problem, listen, regular maintenance, don't wait for a problem. Get regular maintenance. Call priority1.com or give them a call at 515-585-9067. Josh, always good and hey, thanks for the support of the show. I hope it's working for you. Yes. So
you said you guys got some great listeners. They call up and they make sure they let me know that they saw me on here.
Cool. I'm glad that you found some help too, because I know when we talked a few times ago, you were like, "Man, I really could use."
We are 3 deep now.
Wow.
So
are you still going out? Or are you in the office now?
I'm still doing all the work. So I'm doing both actually. Usually it's working all day and then office work at night. So
stay after it, buddy. Keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, real quick, in your commercial, you got a dog. Somebody asked what the name of your dog is. They want to know what your dog is.
Oakley. That's Oakley. I have 2 of them. It's Oakley and Ginger, but the one on the side of the truck, that is Oakley.
Okay.
Is Ginger a red dog?
She's Red Merle. She's the little one at the end. She barely wanders in at the end of the
I have
commercial.
to check it out. I don't remember. Don't remember Ginger. All right, Oakley it is. Thanks a lot, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. We'll talk soon.
See you, bud.
Yep. Good stuff. And pertinent for what's going on. I mean, I hopped in the car yesterday to drive to work. It was 8:15. It was 87 degrees.
Dude, I love sitting on the front porch. It's uncomfortable on the front porch. I have to have a fan like a foot from my face. And finally, you're like, this is stupid. I'm sitting inside.
Man, I mentioned that today is the last day of June, and today is the last day to register for the Rush Freedom Fest giveaway presented by the Iowa Fireworks Farm. You can win an $800 fireworks bundle from the Iowa Fireworks Farm. That's the Mob Stars. You can get a $250 Weber grill from Ace Hardware in Johnston and Ankeny, and a $100 barbecue bundle box from Des Moines Bacon Company. We are cutting off registrations. And then tomorrow, or I think we should do it tomorrow because that gives people time to pick up their prizes, or it's going to be one person. Ken Payne, you're running that if you're listening. If we can do it tomorrow, it'd be great. If not, we can do it on the 2nd. But today's the last day. How do you register? You go to therushradio.com, click on the promo tab. You'll see the Rush Freedom Feast, and just give us your information. One lucky winner is going to win all of that, which is super cool.
You could win one of the three. Which would it be?
Oh, the fireworks.
The $800, the Mob
got a
Stars.
grill. I've got a grill.
Yeah.
I love me some good meat, but, fireworks is like, then I don't feel like I'm blowing up money, right? It's like...
blowing up somebody else's money.
Yeah,
I'm blowing up Wade's money.
I think on Friday, though, which is going to be super busy, I'm going to be going by the fireworks farm. Because I'm heading to Muscatine after the show on Friday.
Okay. It's not far out of your way at all.
No, I don't think it's going to be that far out of the way. And we have time to kill, so...
You guys even like taking those different routes.
Different routes. I thought you were trying to say charcuterie. I'm like, well, I don't know what charcuterie...
Yeah, you guys take those charcuterie routes. The ones where you get all the good meats and cheeses.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to think of the word... There's like a word where it means to go around. Circuitous. There's a word. It's an English word. There's a word in the English language.
I think you were trying to say side roads.
The language that you and I both speak and have spoken for a combined 100 years. Circuitous. You like to take a different route.
Scenic route? Everybody's trying. Yeah, everybody's like, scenic route. Casey's like, scenic.
Sorry.
He's got Tourette's, folks,
It's
or
bad.
something like that.
He's got Tourette's.
Or instead of scenic, were you trying to say circumvent?
Sure, that's it, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. What's up, buddy?
Burger. Thesaurus, please?
Yeah, I need a thesaurus. I could use a thesaurus.
Is it thesaurus or thesaurus?
Thesaurus.
Okay. I don't know. I just said thesaurus. But it could be thesaurus. Ketchup, right? Tomato. I don't know.
I've never heard thesaurus. I've never heard that. I wrote one down the other day that I could never get around. What was it that you said that one day? Oh, yeah, when you said things were happening at a rabbit pace.
Yeah.
I wrote that down. I was like, that's awesome. No, it's such a fitting thing.
You never know what you're going to hear here on the Rush Radio Show. We'll just make stuff up.
We do. Circuitous. See, thank you. Jason and Lisa, I knew there was a word. Look at Jason.
What is
circuitous?
Hold on.
It basically means to go around. Lisa said the same thing.
I'm going to look it up.
Circuit, O-U-S.
Circuitous is an adjective to describe something indirect, winding, or not straightforward. Look at that East Side education you got in vocabulary.
I knew there was a word that started with a C that meant something. Boom. I'm basically Stephen Hawking.
You're going to go against those kids on the script spelling bee. Circuitous.
Dude, did you see that story a couple weeks ago, the kid rattling off the words? Because the spelling bee went into like a overtime thing. Did you see this?
No.
Travis, it's unbelievable. They're doing rapid fire words at this like 12-year-old. He is spelling words I've never. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. Like they're spelling words you've never heard, never used, ever. Those kids are brilliant. But here's what happens to those kids?
They go to MIT and Stanford and become doctors.
No. But do they? What? I feel like we've got a long enough case study now. We should be able to find out how successful are these kids. How successful is being able to spell circuitous? Go around. How valuable is it? I'm not saying these kids aren't brilliant. I'm not, but what do they do with it?
I think you'd be surprised.
Maybe I would. I hope so.
And how many of them went off the deep end because their parents made them become like
how many Ted
spellers?
Kaczynskis do we have out there?
Yes. That's your research project for the weekend, is to find out what happened to all like the last 20 script spelling bee winners. So Ross is going to spend his weekend doing. Instead of celebrating America 250, he's going to be researching.
That's right. We got the 4th of July coming up this
4th
weekend.
of July.
Yeah.
Will you have apple pie on July 4th? Because I'm not an apple pie guy.
I like apple pie and ice cream.
Rhubarb pie. I like, rhubarb.
What?
I like cherry pie. I like peach pie.
Yeah, those make sense. Rhubarb's not a good flavor.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it's not, and it's evident in the fact that we don't have it year round.
When you layer it in sugar, because it grows at a
when you
natural
layer
time
it
of
in
year.
what?
Sugar.
Yeah. If you just
Little
put
rhubarb crunch.
If you just put a lime in that beer, it's not so bad.
Don't be hating on the rhubarb, man.
I'm just saying it's the pumpkin of summer.
You don't have pumpkins year round, do you?
No, because it sucks. It's not a good flavor.
Oh, that's blasphemous. Pumpkin pie, awesome. Pumpkin pie is awesome. Not year round.
When was the last time you had a pumpkin flavored anything? You ever had a pumpkin flavored soda? You ever seen a pumpkin? Remember when you were a kid and you'd get Dum-Dums and you'd go,
No,
do you have
pumpkin spice latte?
Do you have pumpkin flavor?
And to answer your question, just yesterday, I had a Lind chocolate that my wife got that was pumpkin because they were on sale. She got a bag of pistachio and a bag of pumpkin. I had one. Just saying. Don't be knocking the rhubarb. Don't be knocking the pumpkin.
Just saying. Grows on the ground just like shit.
Like your mushroom coffee that you're drinking right now.
Just like my mushroom coffee, baby.
It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. We'll be right back.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
A brand new Cadillac Optic is the perfect accoutrement to all your summer adventures. And with 0.9% financing, it's a great deal. We also have up to $2,000 in Conquest cash for qualified non-Cadillac owners towards a lease or purchase of our lineup of EVs. And even if more deals interest you, we have a CT5 Sport fresh out of our service loaner fleet with $7,500 off plus rebates. Stop into our showroom or visit us online at williscadillac.com.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
For people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or a new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, is back because apparently Travis and Ross have even more to say.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Infinity. Save up to $10,000 on the 2026 QX80 and up to $6,000 on the QX60. Plus, take advantage of 0% for 60 months. The all-new 2027 QX65 is available on their lot today in multiple colors. To buy yours, go to willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. Call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on social media. Ross, gambling is coming up again, and we seem to talk about gambling a lot. There's a couple different stories that are coming out. First of all, Malik Beasley, former NBA player, and Ed Davis have been, and a handful of others, including an NBA agent, have been indicted on federal charges to fixing, for what we know now in the indictment, 4 games from the 2023-24 season. And this comes down to, according to the indictment, that Beasley lost millions of dollars as a player. I mean, he had a gambling problem, right? And it came basically through text messages that the best way to make that up is to help out the people he owed money, so he would alter his prop bet, allegedly, because this is going to court. And there's text messages. There's some other things that are out there. It does not look good. I mean, he's made $46 million as an NBA player and doesn't have a pot to piss in. He was kicked out of his apartment, all sorts of stuff, right? And this is, again, is it something new? No. Is it something that's easier to find, to track, and go, hey, there's something wrong here? Yes. Two things can be true at the same time.
Right, Travis. I don't think anybody can dispute that this stuff is easier to catch now, but I
doesn't
think
make it any better.
It doesn't make it any better, and I think it's also important to say it doesn't mean we're catching all of it. We're not. I mean, that would be naive to think. I always say this: you rarely get caught the first time you do something. So when people get caught doing something, it's a safe assumption that it's not their first time doing it. And you can also assume, like I say this about Epstein Island all the time. That's the one we know about. That's the one we know about. There's more. It's not the only one. And Malik Beasley is not the only. Who's the other guy that's in this? I don't even know his
Davis.
name.
Ed Davis.
I don't know that name.
He's a former NBA player as well.
Yeah.
His agent was involved. Davis is considered Beasley's gatekeeper. You know, the middleman. And Beasley got into trouble. Remember, this isn't the first time he's been brought up in gambling. When he was renegotiating his contract with Detroit, that's when some stuff came out, and they we're backing up from this, right?
Yeah. I mean, Trav, I think this is what a lot of people were talking about with Texas Tech. Yesterday, I should back up. Yesterday, my feed all of a sudden starts popping up with guys going back and tracking Malik Beasley games. Have you seen this? Like, hey, wait, this is weird. Has anybody seen this game from the 23-24 season where they're down 9 and he's racing down to get a bucket at the end of the game to make it a 7-point game, or he's fighting for rebounds with 0.3 seconds remaining so that he can get over the
one. There's like video of him shoving somebody out of the way so he gets a 4th rebound because he said he was going to go over the over allegedly at 3.5.
Yeah, he's like boxing out his own teammates, and I mean, there's guys. But again, is that competitive? And a guy's trying to help his team, and he's trying to make the most of his minutes, possibly. But now you've put that seed of suspicion and doubt into people's brains, and so everybody's going to be hypercritical of everything you've ever done. That's what Texas Tech was going to deal with. That's what their season was going to be. Hyper criticized. Every fumble would be like, well, wait a minute. How do we know that they didn't just have money on it and they owed somebody and they owed this? It's the Beasley situation, which is the same as the Blackhawks scandal. They owed gamblers money, and so the gambler said, well, instead of you paying us back, help us fix a couple games. Help us fix just a few bets, and that makes it up for us. It's again, the stuff that we know about. Hawkeye fans know the name Ronnie Harmon. Hawkeye fans hear this stuff and they think about Ronnie Harmon. You ask somebody from Louisiana who Ronnie Harmon is, they have no freaking clue. Never came out. Nothing. We don't know. It's the OJ.
Can't prove anything.
It's the OJ Simpson thing. We're talking.
But that was what, 1984,
something like that.
And people were like. Ago. And people are like, you didn't fumble all year long and you fumble 4 times in a Rose Bowl game. Something's not adding up.
That was 40 years ago. 42 years ago. This is what the integrity of the sport is at question. And I know a lot of people think that's overstating it. It's not. When you don't know if the starting running back is fumbling the ball on purpose, when you don't, and for 40 years, you don't know if the starting quarterback owes gambling debts for his thousands of bets that he's placed. And if you think again that the Texas Tech quarterback was the guy betting, I've got a bridge to sell you.
And the problem with this is not necessarily wins and losses. Because I think where players justify it in their mind, let's use Malik Beasley, because he was using his personal stats as something to, it's the prop bets, right? Because I do believe, and you tell me if I'm naive, that most people say, hey, I'm not throwing a game win or losing, right? There may be, but most people competitively want to win. But they're like, well, I'm not going to throw the game because I'm not going to do that to my teammates. But if I don't get a 4th rebound, what does that hurt anybody besides my own personal stats? And that's not hurting anybody. Well, it does, but that's a way to justify it in your mind. And what ends up happening is if you have people betting on prop bets and you don't hit what you're supposed to be, we've seen an increase of gamblers harassing athletes online. an NCAA report came back and said, hey, 46% of men's college basketball players have been harassed in some way online when it comes to not living up to their bets. First of all, I don't know how you contact these people. All you have to do is shut your DMs off so nobody gets a hold of you. But I'm still trying to figure this out. But Ross, Fanatics Sportsbook, which there's a Fanatics Sportsbook in the state of Iowa. It's at the Burlington Casino is where they're based out of, okay? They're trying to be a trendsetter here, and I commend them for this. I don't know if it's going to work, but Fanatics becomes the first sports book that will now penalize its customers if they harass athletes online. So they've hired a consulting firm to use the Prohibet. Remember, Beth Getz talked about
Prohibet,
this. We've heard about this software, and Prohibet, if I'm saying it correctly,
what Cincinnati was using, that's how they they washed their hands of all of it. Yeah.
Has a bad actors software where you can kind of recognize who's doing this. And Fanatics said, the CEO said, I've just finally had enough. We have to stand up and do something because athletes, it's the integrity of the game, and athletes, officials, and coaches shouldn't have to go through this. Novel idea. Love the foresight, love leading. Here's the problem. If none of the other sports books do it, you're just costing yourself business. Meaning,
it's tough to be the first one, dude.
It
tough
really
to be the first
is.
one. Being an outlier
really
and standing out and trying to change an industry.
Now, if FanDuel, DraftKings, Circa, all these other people said, hey, we're going to follow Fanatics' lead, then
there's more. Yeah, there's more to it than that, too, Travis. I mean, dude, I think we should take some time and talk about this Prohibet.
Okay.
Because we never heard about the thing until the Cincinnati deal. And then Beth Getz brings it up. Now, this is the third different story, third different university that we have heard about, or third different entity, I should say, because this isn't a university. This is the Fanatics gambling. Using that same software or same company that essentially is using spyware.
Yeah.
To find out what people are doing even outside of the app that. Am I misunderstanding something here?
I bet it's gonna. Let's take some time.
Okay.
And this is just straight.
We're just thinking out loud.
No research. This is straight from the website.
Okay.
Prohibet is the sports betting industry's first and only prohibited better solution. They've spent time with the industry stakeholders to best understand the needs of each party to ensure that Prohibet is comprehensive and effective. They are a trusted third party without competing interests between various user types. To safeguard sports integrity, state regulations typically prevent specific individuals such as athletes, coaches, and officials from betting on events. Prohibet provides an industry-wide solution for monitoring these regulations through a secure, decentralized, and cross-monitoring platform. Meaning, you probably got it. These coaches, athletes, and officials probably have to put this stuff on their phone, right? It's like, but you can have a burner phone. The problem? Until now, the safe and secure method to facilitate data transfer between stakeholders in sports betting ecosystem didn't exist. As such, there was a need for a third party to provide comprehensive solution that could be leveraged for each party. Encrypted data is the solution. Encrypted data transfers ensure the protection of sensitive information. Streamlined processes ensure ease of use for all stakeholders. I might reach out and see if we can get somebody on from Prohibet to talk about it. I mean, doesn't hurt to ask, right? Because I need it dumbed down for me. How does it work? Do you have to have software installed on your phone?
How is it a one and only? That's not the way business works.
Well, not saying there won't be some competitors that come to, but when you're first to market, you are a disruptor, right?
Yeah. I get that. How are you the only one in a market and all of a sudden you're everywhere like this? There's no competition. They're the first thing you said was they are the first and only company like it. Travis, we just, in the last week, we've had 3 major entities, major institutions that have openly admitted and talked about this program as though everybody knows what it is. Beth Getz didn't say it like, oh, let me tell you about this cool thing we have called Prohibet. She said it like we all knew what it was. Cincinnati put it out there like, oh, guys, we use Prohibet, like we were all supposed to go, oh, Fort Knox, cool. And now this is the third thing. Like, yeah, we use this gambling entity uses this Prohibet, but they're the something smells here. I know I'm a conspiracy theorist.
You are
something smells here that they would be the only company. And I know sometimes websites say that we're the first and we're the granddaddy of them all, that sort of thing. But there's got to be competing. Something isn't right here. How does a group go from non-existing in an industry that doesn't exist to being everywhere all the time? Something's up. I'll put my
somebody's got to be first, right?
I'll put my get and go flag in the ground here and go. I'm calling shenanigans. Something's up.
My get and go flag.
I'm calling shenanigans on this. There's some sort of backroom business deal happening. We're going to find out Prohibet is owned by Greg Sankey or, something like that. We're going
see if they have the owners. Here, our partners. Well, let's look at the leadership team.
Okay.
Never heard of this guy. Eric Frank is the CEO. I've never heard of it. They look like a bunch of tech nerds.
Okay. They look like a bunch of me's. There's a bunch of guys that look like me.
When I say tech nerds, everybody has a picture in their head, and it probably fits that, right?
White guy with glasses?
One of them, yes.
I wish I was a tech nerd. They get all the chicks. I'm kidding.
But maybe, I think competitors will come along. Absolutely. Because they'll find defects in the system and they'll go, hey, we can improve that. But when you're the first to market and you're the only one to sell, people buy it up and you charge whatever you want.
That's true.
First to market isn't always the best, but sometimes
it seems to help them.
Yeah.
It maybe it's a great system. Yeah, and I hope that it's everything it's cracked up to be. It's not catching everybody all the time, and I think that's part of this Beasley conversation. Is you watch those games and it makes you go, man, I've seen things like that before.
Do you think Fanatics it's a good business move to do this? Because it looks like you can have a noble idea, looks like you're grandstanding, but you understand that bettors are, if you're going to punish them, they're just going to go somewhere else, right? They're going to go, well, if you're going to rat on me, I'm going to go to DraftKings. I'm going to go to Circa, because they're not going to punish me if I reach out to a player and say, hey, you didn't hit your prop. Or is the bigger issue here, we should just end prop bets?
That's not a bad idea. I don't think that's a bad idea, Trav. I don't know what the right answer is. This stuff has been around. Like, we keep trying to find ways to legislate morality. What law can we put in place, or who can we get to make sure that people follow the rules? And it really is, how do we catch the rule breakers? And what punishment do you have for the rule breakers? That's another whole other conversation. Michael Beasley is a guy that it's pretty obvious the punishments have come for him. I'm not saying that he doesn't have more punishment coming and he's not got, there's not more pipers to pay here, but man, the guy's broke. He's nearly homeless. His name is run through the mud. Your integrity shot, on and on and on and on. Did you guys? And Captain Kirk is bringing this up, and my brain went there for a half second. Maybe he caught that, and I stopped myself from going down the rabbit hole. Did you see the Supreme Court ruling yesterday?
There was a bunch of them, so I didn't see this one.
Travis, there was one that I thought, I read it and I thought, wait, this directly impacts. This is a direct reflection of the Iowa State gambling thing. The Supreme Court ruled yesterday that using sweeping geofencing enforcement on smartphones is unconstitutional. Exactly how they caught the Iowa and Iowa State gamblers. They geofenced the athletic facilities and look for things happening inside.
Because it's like entrapment, right?
I mean that was a Dudley Do-Right who was way out over his skis, and an entire law enforcement division that didn't have the balls to stand up and say quit. We found somebody breaking the law. Well, he crossed a double line, so we should technically he was jaywalking. So. They yesterday ruled that unconstitutional. Now I don't know what that means. I don't know if those kids can go back, if the Hunter Deckers of the world, if that gives them, if they can go back and now sue Iowa and Iowa State. I don't know. I don't know what will happen with it, but
yeah. And Ross meant Malik, but there is a way because somebody said I think you're confusing Malik with Michael. And
I'm sorry. Did I say Malik Beasley? I'm sorry.
You said Michael. It's actually Malik.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been thinking it was Michael this whole time.
No,
Thank you so much.
It's Malik Beasley, who played at Florida State, whose grandfather actually was from Omaha. John Beasley, the actor. I don't know if you remember John Beasley. If you look John Beasley
that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Would I know who John Beasley is?
If you look at, he was in Rudy.
He
was the assistant coach in Rudy.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's a famous actor.
Yeah.
He's been in tons of stuff. Usually plays a military man. I think of him as a guy that, at the beginning of the movie, he's 3 days from retirement. Too old for this shit. That sort of thing.
Now everybody's going, is it Mike or Malik? It's Malik.
He's in trouble. All my fault. I apologize, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Perfectly okay. We don't claim. Hey, listen. The disclaimer. We need to put a disclaimer at the beginning and the end of the show. Everything we say can and possibly could be bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. Right. You think y'all know that?
Getting used to us after a while.
I did write down another name next to Prohibet that I thought, there's got to be Finkel and Einhorn. Prohibet Deloitte. There's something there. There's some in those corporate Venn diagrams. There's a crossover. There's a purple area. Because Deloitte did the same thing. It's like, hey, we need an accounting firm to look this thing over. Don't worry, we already found one. Yeah, they're going to look over everything. We got it. We got it taken care of. Deloitte. We're like, what's Deloitte? And now they're everywhere. And that's what it feels like here with this Prohibet. It came from nothing to now it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, guys. We're watching everybody. We're monitoring everything. We're monitoring every gambler's social media posts to make sure that they don't harass an athlete.
So Prohibet, according to a quick Google search, is under the umbrella of IC360.
Of course it is.
Which was formed in a 2024 merger between U.S. Integrity and Odds on Compliance. The software Prohibet was originally developed as a joint venture between the two companies before their full merger. The platform is used by major collegiate conferences and sports properties such as the SEC and PGA Tour to cross-check personal data against sportsbook registration databases to enforce anti-gambling rules for athletes and staff. So you had Ross, you had two companies that probably had an idea, said, hey, instead of you doing one, let's come together. And then they go, let's just merge.
You just marry our whole companies together.
Yeah. We can make a lot more money that way. And as of right now, it doesn't seem any venture capital is invested in this. Why? Why do you need venture capital when you got the SEC and the Big Ten buying from you? There's your venture capital right there. They got plenty of money.
Again, go back to our 605 conversation, man. Venture capital. I remember in like, man, I feel like it's like 2006, 2007, 2008, maybe around 2010, 2012. It's all a confusing time there. But I remember Bain Capital bought iHeart or Clear Channel at the time. And the smartest people in the room were like, we're screwed now. This is the end. What do you mean? Nope, they're coming in to milk this thing and you just a titty.
You almost wonder if Des Moines is the test market to get rid of everything.
Oh, there's been others. Des Moines in a series of dominoes. Did you see our friend Josh Martinez got let go from Z100 in New York?
Was that an iHeart station?
Yeah, he was part of the iHeart layoffs.
Hey, iHeart, always human. May not be in the city that you're in, but it's always human. Wow. And the crazy thing is, I'm not saying everybody can do it, but we were lucky that we were able to build a platform, much like, Iowa Everywhere here, build a platform where we could keep doing the show we want. And we had advertisers that believed in us. We had listeners that believed in us. If you're a DJ spinning music, that's a little harder. That's a lot harder.
I'm amazed I'm amazed that they weren't the first ones to be cut. When all this started to happen, it was like, well, FM DJs are going to be a thing of the past here pretty soon, right? And it's stuck around a lot longer than the AM, than us AM fellers, us talk radio guys. I should have a clarification here because Scotty does say, hey, by the way, Deloitte had been around for years and didn't become known because of that's why they got that. They were a huge
accounting
firm. Huge. There weren't many accounting firms in the world that could have taken on that job. But I still hold by the fact my conspiracy brain says, yeah, there was behind the scenes stuff happening there. It wasn't like it got put up for open bid contract.
The Iowa Lottery has a new promotion. It started yesterday. Disc Mania. The Disc Golf Pro Tour, presented by Powerball, is touring the country for several events in 2026, and one of them is coming to Iowa. Iowa Lottery VIP Club members will have a chance to enter this prize zone promotion with winning or non-winning Powerball tickets for an opportunity to win tickets to the Disc Mania Challenge happening August 7th through the 9th at Pickard Park in Indianola. Am I saying that right? Pickard Park?
Yeah.
All
When
right.
is it? August what?
7th through the 9th. And 5 winners of this promotion will win 2 VIP passes. These VIP passes come with all sorts of perks that will be any disc golf fan's ultimate experience. You got to be a VIP club member. Sign up for your VIP club membership for free at ialottery.com/VIP. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job Millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Summer savings are on at Willis Chevrolet of Granger. Get a new 2026 Silverado 1500 with 0% financing for up to 60 months. Drive a new 2026 Trax for 2.9% financing for 48 months, or lease for just $309 a month. Need more space? Get a new Equinox with 3.9% financing for 60 months, or lease for only $279. Plus, shop a large inventory of Car Bravo pre-owned vehicles with options to fit every budget. Great savings to start your summer off right at Willis Chevy in Granger, or online at willischevy.com.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Mini of Des Moines, and this summer we already have some hot offers. It is convertible season, and right now you can get a Mini Cooper S convertible with rates as low as 2.99 out to 48 months. If you're hoping for more family fun in the sun, you can get an all-new Mini Countryman with rates as low as 0.9 out to 48 months. And current Mini owners, you get up to $2,000, and if you haven't had a Mini yet, you can get up to $1,500 on top of that great rate. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit your favorite Mini motoring advisor or us online at miniofdesmoines.com.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
If you want to celebrate this country's 250th birthday with the biggest, baddest fireworks display ever, you need to stop by the biggest fireworks store in Iowa. I'm talking about the Iowa Fireworks Farm, with over 1,400 hand-picked products and a 6,000 square foot air-conditioned showroom at unbeatable prices. And don't miss Wade's big fireworks deal, a weekly special to get the most bang for your buck. Located just 25 minutes south of Des Moines at exit 43 on I-35 in New Virginia. There's no gimmicks, just the best selection and value around. Follow the Iowa Fireworks Farm on Facebook for hours, specials, and locations. The Iowa Fireworks Farm, a bumper crop of boomers at dirt cheap prices. Wade's such a good dude.
Wade's a fun one. I've enjoyed, dude. It was fun to talk to him with the Mob Stars thing in the background, and then yesterday I got a text message from my buddy Jason Shreve from JCD and Hobby, and he's like, "Dude, I'm finishing up my office, and when I get my office done, I want to start doing a deal where he wants to do that thing we've talked about, where like once a month we have Jay on, and he just, oh yeah, by the way, have you guys ever seen this figure?" People buy these for thousands of dollars, and introduce us to all sorts of different people's passions and hobbies and fun stuff. Jay's a super fun guy to talk to, so it'll be something new every month. Some days, some weeks we'll talk baseball cards and football cards and
action figurines,
wrestling stuff, Star Wars
that you don't think's worth money that end up being worth money,
or stuff you thought was going to be worth money that isn't, like starting lineups. Did you ever get into the starting lineup craze?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, have no clue. I try not to have that dazed look.
Oh, yeah, my neck, dude. I cannot turn. I've got one around here somewhere. Right. It's like a sports figurine.
Okay.
They're like little plastic sports figurines. And when we were kids in the 80s and 90s, it was like, oh, keep them in the box because they're going to be worth millions of dollars. And everybody kept them, so they're not worth anything.
Yeah, when they tell you to keep something, assume it's going to be worthless. When they don't tell you to keep it, go, hey, this might be something I'm going to tuck away for a little bit because it's so unique. Ross, we've seen it at Iowa State, and we're seeing it at Iowa. Of course, Iowa State got the concerts that are taking place at Jack Trice Stadium. You've got the Savannah Bananas coming to Iowa City. And there's a reason for this, right? Revenue.
Money. Yeah.
Revenue. You need more revenue. Well, we've seen, if you follow music, George Strait has been doing a lot of college stadiums lately. You know, George Strait retired a year ago, a couple years ago, but he's not on a regular tour list. He just goes tour wherever they pay him. Well, here's some news coming out about Clemson. Clemson is a public university. Okay? People may not know that. They hear the word Clemson and they think it must be a private school. It's a public university. Big name concerts featuring George Strait and Morgan Wallen are a reflective effort by Clemson and its affiliate organization, Clemson Ventures. Now, keep that in mind. You have the public institution that is Clemson University. You have the private company, which is Clemson Ventures, to generate millions in additional revenue for the Tigers by bringing concerts to their Memorial Stadium. So, for George Strait, they netted $4 million for George Strait.
They net $4 million?
Netted, not gross, netted $4 million.
That's take home, folks.
That's take home pay. So let's say you do, and I don't know how Iowa State's set up. I should get this, but I don't know if they have a private entity. For the George Strait concert, they did $1.4 million in net in alcohol. $1.4 million in net for alcohol.
Okay.
You go, okay, how do they make $4 million? How much do you think Clemson Ventures rented Memorial Stadium from Clemson for? Now, if you were going to rent a stadium out, what do you think that costs? Normally, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000?
Yeah. $150,000,
Clemson
$200,000.
Ventures rented Memorial Stadium for $24,000. Hey, we gotta give you something. It's got to be a number that people go, oh, that's a sizable sum.
Yeah. This is like when your neighbor sells you a car and he gives it to you, but you have to tell the state that you bought it for $10.
So let's say George Strait brings you in $4 million. Let's say Morgan Wallen brings you in $4 million. There's $8 million that can go straight into your athletic department without really doing anything. I don't know how it's set up at Iowa with the Savannah Bananas. I don't know how it's set up with Iowa State with Luke Combs and who's the other one coming? I know there's another one coming in.
Yeah.
But and why do you set up Clemson Ventures? Because you don't have to go through public request on that. All they have to do is say, well, we rented
Private
them.
entity.
Well, Iowa State, or I would have to say, if it's set up in a private thing, we rented it for this, and we took home this much from the transaction. So the point being is, expect more concerts and more events at these stadiums, because that's another way to generate revenue. And listen, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with the $24,000 rental fee.
No.
Because
Again, that's just bookkeeping.
That's
bullshit.
bookkeeping. You got to charge something.
That's shell game stuff.
Yeah.
Berger writes in, says, so we can get figures from a private company like Clemson Ventures, but we can't get NIL amounts from public institutions? Correct.
Because the NIL amounts aren't going through the public institution. They're being run through Learfield, which is a private company with a direct contract with the university.
Wow. And who do the European countries owe these millions of dollars to? Well, mostly other European countries. We're $73 trillion in debt. Who do we owe all that money to? Mostly us. This doesn't seem to make any sense. Correct.
Nothing makes sense.
You rented the stadium for $24,000 to who? To us. Who paid us? We did. Huh? Yeah, and we got interest.
It's amazing how that works. Who gets that money?
Players. Yeah. Who's paying the money? Well, we are. To who? To us. Are you not following this?
How does this work? Well, we have a shell company that's set up as a private institution where we did. Is that money laundering? I mean, if you really think about it, is that just?
I think I need to find my get and go flag again. Hold on. I'm going some shenanigans. Something doesn't seem right here.
But you have to get creative. And I don't have a problem with stadium shows. Brings people to campus. You're making money. Somebody's going to make money.
And that's the other thing. They've got to. They're all going broke. I got a good text yesterday about our conversation. I've got to get off of this one now because I had another thing I was going to share with you. I'm going golfing tomorrow in a fundraiser I wanted to tell you about. I'll get back to that one, though. Hold on. Give me 1 second because I got this text yesterday and I thought this was just too rich.
We haven't heard from Scott Reister lately. Is he going to be doing his shot in the dark thing?
Yeah, I need to get a hold of him. I'm sure. In fact, he did reach out to me about that. Yes. We need to have Scott on to talk about that. We were talking yesterday about the different Division I sports.
Yeah, where equestrian came up.
Esports, skeet, rowing, all those things. And my buddy Mike wrote this, said, FYI, Grandview, yes, that Grandview, your alma mater, has a nationally ranked trap and skeet team that does offer scholarships. Also, there are 200 Division I schools that are offering full ride men's beach volleyball scholarships.
Men's beach volleyball, not into. Female beach volleyball, I'm into.
What if the guys wore those bun huggers? Would that get you? That wouldn't get you in the game?
No, not at all.
What if is the fact that they try to do it for you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
Beach volleyball doesn't do it for me. The sport itself.
Volleyball is insane.
Volleyball,
it's so athletic.
Regular volleyball, I like a lot.
Yeah.
Beach volleyball, not so much. But there is a reason to watch on the female side.
I know what you're saying.
I'm a sick old man.
I know what you're saying.
Totally agree. Ted Cruz has hit some problems at home. Ted Cruz is trying to be the leader when it comes to save the college sports. He's got the college. His name is front and center on the Save College Sports Act, which is now going to a full vote of the Senate. But the University of Texas and the Texas A&M University have issued a joint statement, which is rare. Texas A&M and Texas are rarely on the same page. They don't like each other. But they've sent the senator a note saying, we don't support this. So Ted Cruz can think he's doing good nationally, but you got to take care of your constituents.
Is you ain't.
Is you ain't my constituent.
Yep.
And what does Texas and Texas A&M have a lot of power in? They just got a lot of power in the state of Texas.
Oh, buddy. What are Texas football and Texas A&M football? They carry a lot of weight. Huh.
Is you ain't my constituent?
This is going to be interesting. The Save College Sports Act.
Now, Sean Keeler, former Des Moines Register
our buddy.
Columnist, now working for the Denver Post, had a column the other day about Colorado State. And if you're the Pac-12, you're like, what are you doing here? Because Colorado State is now into the Pac-12.
Yep.
John Weber, the athletic director at Colorado State, talked to Sean Keeler. And in principle, likes the Save College Sports Act, but doesn't like Section 205, which is the section that says if you are a conference that does over $700 million in revenue every year, you are not allowed to expand. Weber says, hold on for a second. I don't like that. Even though they're in the Pac-12 and the Pac-12 is not bringing in $700 million, he goes on the record and says that prohibits us from joining the Big 12 or the ACC. He goes, once we get our...
That's true.
So he's like, yeah, we're in the Pac-12.
But we really want to be in the Big 10.
But we really want Big 12. We really want to be in the Big 12.
Oh, Big 12 for them, okay.
Yeah, he's more or less saying, look at where we're located, look at our financial numbers. We're a Big 12 school. And if you're the Pac-12 who just took you, you're probably like, hey, we got to build this thing together. Are you already looking to get out? I mean, he's admitted, he said this to Keeler. He goes, once we get good, we want to move on.
We don't want to play with these guys.
We want to go where the real money is.
Dude, that's not a good look.
It's not a good look. You can think
You just got invited to the party, man. You just got invited to the party.
You can think it. You can have a long-term strategy. Do you tell Sean Keeler that, hey, I don't like this because, well, deep down, we're a Big 12 school. And the Pac-12 is going, hey,
right.
What are we doing here? It's like, we'll go to prom with you, but I'm going to try to sleep with somebody else while prom's going on.
Who is it? Oregon State and who else? Who's the other Pac-12 school?
Washington State.
Washington State. Man, they just have to feel like the redheaded stepchild, don't they? You've got to feel like, how did we get left out in the storm here? And now we're playing with Colorado State, who also thinks they're better than us, who's already looking past our arrangement.
I mean, if you're Texas State, if you're Boise State, you're like, hey,
all of them. If you're Texas State, is your mindset in the same place? Quietly, are you thinking the same thing? Like, hey guys, if we just play this Pac-12 game for a couple years and do it right,
there's one word in there that would tell you yes. There's one word in what you just said that would tell you yes. Do you know what that word is? Texas. That's the one word that says yes. We're Texas.
That's funny.
We were on the same page there.
Rev didn't hear your breakdown of Cake and Smokey Robinson the other day.
Rev probably would have loved it because Cake got political. Just what you want to do when you're celebrating America on its 250th celebration. They were okay. Smokey Robinson has seen better days. Now, he's smart. He's got a bunch of backup singers, really good band, but Smokey's 86. And I saw Ringo Starr last year. He was 82. Ringo did a good show, but there's something happens between 82 and 86. Now, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, me neither.
But something happens to where you're like, I commend you for wanting to get on stage and people still want to come watch. But
dude, my brother had a band play at his party on Saturday night. And what I'm about to say is meant with 100% respect. These dudes got up on stage, and Courtney and I are like, man, what is the average age of these fellas? They look, I mean, we literally thought average age is probably 70 for this group of guys. Dude, they kicked ass.
Really?
All night long. And I mean, at first it started with like, some slower 50s, 60s type songs. They played like a BB King song or whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is, but they just kept kicking ass all night long. I was like, man, hats off to these dudes. They're having fun.
Jamming. Were they doing like Ken Payne type stuff? Like,
They weren't doing Ken Payne type stuff. Not many people do Ken Payne type stuff.
Were they doing yacht rock stuff?
There was some yacht rocky stuff in there. Yeah, yeah. Some songs from yesteryear, the songs you grew up with.
You're such a dick. Ross, if you're new to the show, Ross will throw one of those in there every once in a while.
Oftentimes. Just to, yeah.
More times than not.
I like to look people in the eyes. I stab them in the stomach and twist the knife a little. It's fun. It's a fun game I play.
I like those songs from the 70s. I know Christopher Cross was just in Des Moines, right?
Was he really?
Yeah.
Singing his song?
Yeah. He's got a couple.
He's got If You Get Caught Between the Moon and New York City. Arthur's theme? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, that was Arthur's theme. But my question to you is this about music, especially yacht rock. When you heard it every once in a while, like once every 3 weeks, you're like, oh, man. But now that yacht rock is like played all the time, you kind of go, these songs aren't that good.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't hear yacht rock that often though, so I can't get the way that it works in I think most parents' cars is the youngest kid. It's a pick your battles thing. If the kid wants to listen to Star, the radio goes to Star and the audio goes to the back of the car and she's in the back singing. So I hear more Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo and other Ella Langley, stuff like that. A lot of Benson Boone. Got a lot of Benson Boone in my life.
I know, and I got an answer yesterday, and it is, I forgot. I got it written down. I'll check for you.
Cool. Okay.
So
well, at least it's not.
I'll keep pressing him. So
thank you.
Ross wants to see Benson Boone.
Well, Audrey wants to see Benson Boone.
Yeah. See, it was different in our household. Anjanette controlled the radio, and she wanted the kids to learn. So they go to school every day singing Gold Digger. Anjanette loved Gold Digger, so the kids would be in the car singing Gold Digger.
Take my money.
Yeah. That's like, Greta and Mary were at the Cake concert with us on Friday night, and they had their friends like, we've never heard of Cake. And the kids are like, what do you mean you've never heard of Cake? This is all they listen to in the car. Don't give up the power of the radio to your kids.
To me, that was a pick your battles thing. It didn't matter to me, so I'll let the kid have her way.
That's fair. We didn't get to spend a lot of time on this, but yesterday on Good Morning America, Chris Johnson did an interview with Michael Strahan. Chris Johnson's, 39 years old. You're talking in the last 20 years, one of the best running backs in the National Football League. Went for 2,000 yards, I think, in 2008, 2009. Still like 7th all time for a single season record. He's got ALS. Devastating. 39, Ross, and it's progressed fast. He was diagnosed in 2025. He can no longer speak. He uses a device that used AI to replicate his voice. He can't use his hands. And it was just devastating to see and hear that a guy that young has to deal with this. And it's happening more and more with NFL players, which are 4 times as likely. And this is, they can't pinpoint it. Now, we could all make assumptions and go, hey, it's the head trauma, right? They do know that NFL players are 4 times as likely to get ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, for those of you that don't know what ALS is. But they can't specifically pinpoint it to the head trauma. But what else could it be? If an NFL player is 4 times as likely to get ALS, what else could it be besides the head trauma? I mean, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, all we're talking about is CTE. Now we're talking the long-term ramifications.
Yeah, CTE is the wild behavior swings, and ALS. We did that's the ice bucket challenge.
The ice bucket challenge.
I always think of, and I see Mick just commented. I always think of, every time I hear ALS, I think of Mick.
It's how we first met Mick.
It's how we met Mick. His girlfriend had ALS, and Mick was taking care of her. This is a different deal. None of it's good. CTE is awful, and you hear these stories about the family members of the people that we're dealing with that ended up having CTE, but they obviously can't diagnose that till they dissect the brain after you're dead. ALS, this is one that it like you just described with Chris Johnson, it takes your life while you're living. And it makes the people around you suffer immensely and deal with 24-hour care of a person.
And what Johnson said yesterday, and if you can go back and watch it, it's on the internet. But he's like, the hard part is that he can't speak. He's got that computer and he can't move his arms. He goes, but I'm the same person. Like, it's like you're trapped.
Yes. Yeah, trapped is a good word for it. When my buddy Jan Michelson had his stroke, and Jan, one of the most brilliant minds I've ever been around in my life, and he had this unbelievable connection from that brain to his tongue of getting those thoughts and words out. And that connection got disrupted. All of a sudden, that highway that was a super freeway had this little bypass in it, and you could see it. And when you had conversations with Jan, he would say this, like, this sucks. I'm still in here. This brain's still going a bajillion miles an hour, and this choo-choo train can only run at 2 miles an hour. 30 pounds of shit in a 2-pound box. And it's heartbreaking. I think that part of it also, Travis, is having seen a guy in that physical condition. Like, you remember him being an NFL running back.
Going for 2,000 yards. The dude was a beast.
God, yes. That guy's going to, imagine how he's going to be a great grandpa. That's sad. I don't, but what comes of it? Nothing. We don't make any changes. Football doesn't make any changes. NFL doesn't own any responsibility. So what? We're 4 times more likely. That could just be happen chance. You can't prove shit. That's sad.
Folks, today is the last day to get registered for the Rush Freedom Feast. Go to therushradio.com. Click on the promo tab. You're going to see Freedom Feast. Again, you got till today. Sign up, win the Mob Stars from the Iowa Fireworks Farm, the Weber Grill from the Ace Hardware in Johnston and Ankeny, and a barbecue bundle box from the Des Moines Bacon Company. Today is it. TheRushRadio.com. And while you're there, you get registered. Go to the merch tab. We got some new shirts up there. Showed them earlier. Be great if you go check them out. All right, Roscoe. Always good spending 2 hours with you. Go take on the day. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Tell a friend about us. If you're new to the show, keep coming back. We love having you. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Looking for a new car that fits your lifestyle and your budget? Willis Nissan has you covered. The affordable and fuel-efficient Nissan Kicks to the spacious and high-tech Nissan Rogue. Willis Nissan has the vehicle you need for your weekday commute, summer road trips, and everything in between. And right now at Willis Nissan, you can take advantage of 0% APR financing on select new Nissan models. Don't wait. Get the best deal on the perfect Nissan at Willis Nissan. Stop into our showroom today or check us out online at willisnissan.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is no job, you know. A front row tickets to every show, you know. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie, you know.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles, you know. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
Your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Coming up now, Travis, Ross, and at least one opinion that will get somebody mad online.